Hey everybody, welcome back to the Slimefun tutorial. Here on my channel, I am your host Boomer, and today I am beyond ecstatic to finally bring you guys Foxy Machines. Deserex, I owe you a big apology. I know we talked about this, I believe it was like early 2021 of live streaming this, and for whatever reason, it got set to the side and I haven't gotten back to it until now. We're going to break Foxy Machines up into a few episodes for a couple of reasons. One, this is a very wide-ranging add-on to Slimefun. Not only does it have some basic machines in the electrical category that you're used to, there are some unique mobs, some unique tools, armor, and weapons, as well as just some very unique and fun things in here. And so as far as like classifying things together, some of this works really well and some of it doesn't, meaning just trying to group them all in the same category. And so I've taken today, what we're going to talk about is the machine category for the most part of Foxy Machines. So we're going to get into the improvement forge, the potion mixer, the gold refinery, the chunk loader, and the Forcefield Dome. We're going to start with those 5 today, and then we're going to move on through the add-on over the next few episodes. Hopefully we can get this all done. My belief is in 4. We're going to try it, and we're going to try to break the world record as far as killing Foxy's mobs. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so let's start with the potion mixer. This is a really cool machine. This allows you to mix and create different types of potions that normally you might not be able to mix together, or, you know, for the sake of, you know, how the process, and I'm not a big potion guy. I've never been. I've made a few here and there, but I don't spend much time making potions. But if you wanted to do something like, you know, speed and fire resistance because you're going to do some speed running in another, hey, that would be a good one, in my opinion, to put together. Now, you can't take splash potions and regular potions and merge them. Those won't work. But if I take 2 of the same types of potions, I think I grabbed poison and I forgot what the other one was. But in roughly from 35 seconds, I believe, is what it takes to get through. You can combine potions very similar to how you combine enchants. Now, I have not tried to see just how many potions I can stack on this, but I've been able to do at least 2. So maybe there are some that don't mix, kind of like Fortune and Silk Touch. I have not tested a whole lot of these. Again, I'm not a big potion person. But if you go through and you find, you know, like potions that can't be combined, hey, let me know. Leave a message in the chat or on the comments below. That'd be great, just for other people who are really big into potions and would benefit from having that information. So let's see what we get here. About 1 more second, we're going to have ourselves a nice jump boost poison potion. Very interesting combination. Kind of like being on a pogo stick and have nausea at the same time. All right, not too bad. And you notice that you can't put those in a brewing stand now, because normally in a brewing stand, I don't believe there's any way to put more than 1 potion in a potion bottle. All right, moving on. Another machine that I really use a lot of is the Electric Gold Refinery. This is like combining multiple smelteries into one machine, because based on what you select, you can craft between 4 and 24 karat gold simply by clicking on these. So if I want 18 karat gold, it's going to grab 8 dust, as it would through the normal process of taking dust into a 4 karat, into a 6, into an 8. Does it a little bit faster. You see how fast I can get 18. So while that one's crafting, let's say I want to change it to 24 karat gold. It should now, on the next attempt, grab 11 dust, as it just did. Fully compatible with cargo and networks. There's no reason why you should not be able to move things in and out. And say it should be our 24 karat gold. We only have 5 left, so let's craft a 12 karat, and that will drain us of the gold we put in there. But that's real simple. So if you want to make all 11 at once, craft 11 gold refineries, or simply sort through as you get the quantity you want, come in here and change it. All right, this one I really love. This to me is a factions machine for sure. This is a Forcefield Dome. You simply activate it by right-clicking it. The dome has a 32 block radius. So imagine a sphere that is 65 blocks in diameter, because you've got 32 on each side plus the dome itself. You do have to wait 10 seconds between activating and deactivating it. So right now I have to have the dome activated. And on one of these sides, I have our neighborhood skeleton. Well, I did have a neighborhood skeleton. Apparently, I must have made it day at one point, because it looks like he's gone for a visit. All right. The point I was, oh, there he is. He got out somehow. Okay, let's go into survival. Look at this. He can't see you through the dome. Now, I believe, I have not tested my theory, but I believe they're simply barrier blocks. Let's see. Yep, they're barrier blocks. And so mobs cannot see you through the barriers. Now, in creative mode, you can punch these and destroy them, of course. But you can't get in. They can't get in. You can't get out. So from a faction standpoint, unless barriers are subject to TNT blast, your base is now fully impenetrable. There is no chance, no way that I'm aware of to destroy a barrier. I don't believe TNT does it. You know what? Let's test that theory. No, we'll do that later. Anyways, so let's get back into creative because this is a true dome. As I fly upwards, we hit it. As I fly outwards, we hit it. So I am completely protected. No one is getting in. On the downside, no one is getting out. Now, could somebody teleport in through other means like chorus fruit? Yes. You could theoretically get around it that way, in which case then, well, your base is in deep trouble. But simply to turn it on and off, come over here, right click it, now the dome's deactivated. If I were to go near Mr. Skeleton in survival mode, he's going to kick my butt since I'm wearing no armor. Moving on. You're going to wonder, why do I have such a mess here? And I apologize, this is a bit messy. I probably should have planned this out a little bit better. But we have set ourselves a GPS complexity level of 7800 for a specific reason. Now, you actually only need 7500 to activate the chunk loader. There's no interface. There's nothing you need to do. You simply place it down and it works. As long as the GPS complexity level is 7500 and you, I believe, also have to power it. Let me just take a look. Nope, apparently there's no power requirement. So, for some reason I thought there was. So it takes 7,500 per chunk loader. The maximum one player can place is 8. So you would need a 60,000 GPS complexity level in order to do that. In other words, you're going to take the energized transmitters up to like Y equals 300 and get that major boost. So one of them way up there would give you, let's see, at 300, would give you almost 20,000 complexity. So you'd have to probably put 3 energized and probably 1 carbonado, and you should have 60,000. That will give you your 8 chunk loaders worth of GPS complexity. So to test this theory, we're going to use a SMG gravel generator, put a chest on top. So every 3 seconds, we get gravel to generate it. So just to prove that this chunk generator or chunk loader does work, we're going to teleport way out. Let's go out to 6,000 minus 60 and 5,500. My base is at minus 797, 63, 2. And so we are 7,000 blocks away on the x-axis and 5,500 away on the z-axis. Those chunks definitely have unloaded by now. And so we're just going to give it just a little bit because there was only 2 or 3 gravel in that chest. And so if the chunk were unloaded, we should probably see 4, maybe 5 at the absolute most. So when we go back to the base, I'm expecting to see significantly more than 5. Maybe we'll be at 8, 10, depending on how long we wait. You know what? Let's just go back. So TP, whoops, minus 797, minus 62, 2. Okay. Now that we're back, there's 14. So that proves that chunk loader works. Now again, I'm going to caution you, please, do not abuse these types of things on the servers you play in because, as you know, when you do, server owners will tend to shut these down, and rightfully so if you're abusing them. So please be respectful of the server and make sure that you aren't doing stuff to cause lag, because if you do those kind of things, not only would I expect the server to remove it, I would expect them to remove you. So please be respectful of your fellow players and the servers you're on because they do work very hard. All right, and the 5th thing we're going to talk about today is the Improvement Forge. This will take any material with an improvement core and allow you to upgrade its core material. And so starting with leather into chainmail, into iron, into gold, into diamond, into netherite. And so if we put a leather cap in there, it'll take us 45 seconds to work its way through. And so I want to try something. No, let's do this. Let's give myself another leggings. That's good. So by the way, it works on all tools, armor, weapons. So if you've got an iron sword and you want to upgrade it to gold and to diamond, 2 improvement cores will do that. Now the cores themselves actually aren't all that expensive. There's 5 Damascus, 4 reinforced string. So the string itself is a little bit more expensive than Damascus. I get it. Reinforced alloys. It's 6 different ingots, 11 different smelteries. It's a lot of work. But in comparison, if you don't have Infinity Expansion or EMC Tech where you can't readily get netherite, and farming it in a nether is pretty tough, it's not a bad alternative. All right, so we have our leather cap is now chainmail. So if I were to stick a netherite legging in, nothing should happen, right? It's not going to revert back to leather, and there's nothing above netherite. And so that's as far as we go. But if I stick the chainmail in or I stick my iron chestplate in, it's going to continue to upgrade to the next material level. So from iron, we'd be looking at gold. You say, well, is gold an upgrade? Technically it is, yes, if you follow the chain that Mojang has put together for Minecraft. So those are the basic machines that we want to talk about today. Now, just to give you a preview of what's coming, that's right, you're looking at it, the Foxy Altar, where we will be slaying a ton of mobs to try to figure out how to get, you ready? We want to get the Headless Horseman and the Pixie Queen. And of course, we want to have some fun with the Pumpkin Guy. And there's some other friends, I guess, that will say that will join us. So we're going to try to cover everything. Like I said, I believe we can do it in 4, possibly 3. I want to take a little bit more detailed look into Foxy Machines because there's more. There's a lot of really cool tools. This will be its own episode for 1. We'll talk about how to obtain some of these. There's a few of these that are going to take a little bit of work, but they're kind of tied into the altar. And so we'll look at that all separately, and then I think we'll probably do weapons and armor as the last episode before we actually attack the Headless Horseman to see if we can't kill it faster than anybody ever has. And then we'll probably do a separate episode as well for the ghost blocks, although I might just lump them in with the tools. Because there are some other really cool tools in here, and the ghost blocks are just that, they're ghost blocks. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening to my rambling. I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Foxy Machines. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, turn that notification bell on, but don't forget always, when you play Slimefun, you gotta go boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.